Hello everyone, I am MIDTERM-BARA and a second year student from Iligan Medical Center College. For this video, I am going to talk about the refugee crisis in Europe, the latest one in Afghanistan, and the immigration problem in the US-Mexico. So, refugee crisis in Europe. Refugees and migrants continue to arrive in Europe, despite measures to curtail irregular migrations. Boys and girls, particularly unaccompanied and separated children, remain vulnerable to abuse, gender-based violence, and exploitation in countries of arrival, transit, and destination. While the COVID-19 pandemic initially curtailed arrivals in 2020, the easing of related border controls brought increasing numbers of people into Europe, who are expected to remain into 2021. Capacities for reception, identification, protection, and integration, particularly alternative care options for unaccompanied children, remain insufficient. Vulnerable children, young people, and families are living in unsafe, overcrowded, precarious accommodation and are unable to access protection, legal guardianship, and basic services. So the latest one in Afghanistan. Taliban forces took control of virtually all of Afghanistan following the withdrawal of United States military forces. Chaos and violence impeded the evacuation of many at-risk Afghans at Kabul airport. Since taking over, the Taliban have allowed only a small number to depart the country. Taliban forces in several provinces have carried out reprisals, including summary execution of some former officials and security force personnel. The Taliban have conducted raids on the homes of journalists, activists, and human rights defenders. Taliban authorities have also increasingly restricted the rights of women and girls, as they did in areas they previously controlled. There are around 2.5 million United Nations Agency registered refugees from Afghanistan globally. The majority, 2.2 million, are in Iran and Pakistan. The UK Home Office has announced a resettlement scheme for Afghans. The UK intends to resettle around 5,000 Afghan nationals at risk in 2021 and up to 2,000 in the longer term. The immigration problem in US-Mexico. Mexico has faced immigration pressures from the north, south, and within its own borders in recent weeks, putting it in an increasingly difficult position. Thousands of migrants continue to cross its southern border. The United States sent thousands more back from the north, and there is the renewed prospect of the U.S. making asylum seekers wait in Mexico for a long period. Protests among the thousands of mostly Haitian migrants stuck in the southern city of Tapachula have intensified in recent weeks. Many have been waiting there for months, some up to a year, for asylum requests to be processed. Frustrated by the delay and their living conditions, some began to organize in groups of hundreds. Several groups began walking out of Tapachula headed north. The groups have so far been dispersed and are detained by Mexican authorities, sometimes with excessive force. If I were given a full power and authority by all nations, which faces this problem in their homeland, the first thing I will do is to give a chance to refugees to work and allow them to contribute in the local economy and society, because they need a job to fulfill their financial needs and also support from the citizen of a country they evacuated. Maybe I can make an organization to hire refugees to have a work. The second thing I will do is to help to educate child refugees because it is bad for them. I have to encourage the people of the country to let their child continue to study because it is important to children to help them to learn and be knowledgeable. The third one is to promote a sense of respect for the refugees because they need to be treated in a good manner because they are human too. And one of the goals of United Nations Agency is to protect and assess them everywhere. So that's all for this video. Thank you.